people are trying to cancel Saucy Santana, and sorry, I don't know his pronouns, so I'm just gonna call him him. He's not having it. You can't cancel me. You can't cancel him. So let's talk about this. So he has some old tweets from 2014 that resurfaced. He comes after Blue Ivy, and basically he says, and if I find the tweet, it's right here. I'm sorry, but Northwest Claire's Blue Ivy have several car seats. Blue just said this yesterday. I just want to be Blue Ivy, nappy headed, or, and then, the eye emoji. So people were not having this on the internet. It resurfaced, and people were coming for him. To which he responded. Let me find a tweet. He was not having this. He said, fake woke ass bitches. People don't care about old tweets. The internet have this weird thing with power, thinking they have the power to cancel someone. Newsflash, you don't. Y'all be thinking y'all have someone by the balls about situations. You don't give a damn. Celebrities are humans, not robots, and they for damn sure ain't perfect. I still talk about a bitch like a dog till this day. Not publicity, because my opinion matters to a lot of people now. I be chilling. I don't even insert myself in shit that don't involve me. Stop all that cap. He's coming for people. Trying to ruin people's careers because you at home miserable and broke. I was miserable and broke too, making childish comments, childish, hateful tweets in 2014. I'm 28 years old now. I'm 28 years old. A grown ass adult, a completely different mindset on life from when I was 20. But y'all knew that. I think this is so interesting, because it's so true. Like, the internet thinks that it can cancel you. The internet thinks that it can fire you. And that only applies to a certain kind of person. It only applies to people that, number one, don't have ownership of their brand and their audience. Yes, Saucy Santana just got signed to a record label. I think he's still used to the mindset where he is his own boss and he calls all the shots. I think he's still used to that mindset. So for him, he's uncancelable. But one thing I will say is that because he is a rapper, I don't know, people don't hold rappers to too much, rappers can get away with things that other artists and other people in society can't get away with. They can get away with stuff, especially when you're a rap, or when you're sort of quote unquote controversial. Well, obviously Saucy Santana is gay, and he sort of dresses feminine, and so in the mainstream eye, he's not exactly your Disney star. He's not exactly going to be getting those squeaky clean contracts, right? He's not exactly being put in the lane of the squeaky clean because of the way that he carries himself. And let's just call a spade a spade. The society is homophobic. So certain doors are just not going to be open for him already. So I feel like he has this attitude of, I don't care. I don't give a F. I really don't care. I'm going to be me. And you accept me or leave it. And I think that, especially when you're an artist like that you already have gone through so many hardships, you already sort of built your brand and have a loyal, hardcore, dedicated fan base, you can do whatever you want. Nobody's going to tell you nothing, and your fans are not going to leave you because of some Blue Ivy tweets. They don't care, because he's already representing, he's one of a kind. He's one of the first rappers, because rap is already a homophobic, field, but he's one of the first rappers. I think he is the first one to be kind of a cross-dresser. Lil Nas X, he's a gay rapper, but he doesn't dress as feminine as Saucy Santana. I mean, Saucy Santana has a BBL. He be looking like a city girl, and he be rapping about stuff like a city girl. So for like with him, it's different, you know. Like I feel like even Lil Nas X has a little bit more proximity to masculinity, and Saucy Santana's like But also Saucy Santana, I watched his Breakfast Club interview, and he was just talking about how like, you know, he you don't mess with him. He's not the kind of person that he's nobody to be played with, like JT said about Young Miami in that interview, that complex interview. But Saucy Santana is nobody to be played with. He's not playing with anybody. He's not letting anybody come for him. He's not gonna let nobody try him. And I feel like that's the energy that he's giving. Even with his record label, we don't know the deal that he cut with them, but I don't think they're going to try him. You know, and right now he's hot. They need him right now because they just signed him. They're not going to like cancel him. Like it's going to take some time for them to cancel him. Literally, they signed him like a couple months ago. You know, so it's going to take some time. So they wanted to cancel him. They're not going to cancel him over some Beyonce tweets. I know the Beehive, they came for him and they were, you know, sending a lot of bees in his messages, and also Beyonce's cousin also sort of like kind of responded with the bees or whatever, and she had the song Brown Skin Girl going. Look, there are a few things to note here. We love, like, blackness today in media was not what it was in 2014. There was less acceptance of it. Yes, his comments were ignorant and stupid, and he acknowledges that. But I feel like it's kind of crazy to blame him for comments that he made when, like, in 2014, and a time when there was so much of a lack of awareness about Black pride. It just didn't exist in media. This is even before Lemonade. You know, this is before Beyonce's Lemonade that he tweeted this, and he was 21. Like, look, as far as I'm concerned, anything that you do before 25, I'm not gonna hate you for it because your frontal lobe hasn't developed. Your frontal lobe hasn't developed, and your frontal lobe is what gives you the ability to think about the repercussions of your actions. Like, I just feel like I don't blame people for what they've done before their frontal lobe developed. And somebody tweeted, let me find his tweet. They basically like bashed him, saying that like Saucy Santana was between 21 and 24 when he made those comments about Blue Ivy and Beyonce. He cannot come on here and say he was young and naive. Nah, you were already a grown ass man. And no, I do not agree with that. As far as I'm concerned, 21 to 24, your frontal lobe has not developed. So as far as I'm concerned, I can't fault anyone for anything that they have done, you know, before their frontal lobe has developed. Like, yes, I'm going to hold them accountable, but I'm not going to like want to punish them for stuff that they do. I'm a little bit more lenient with people. Like, you don't know what you're doing because you don't understand the repercussions of your actions. You haven't calculated it to the full extent. Once you're 25, even at 25, you've just arrived, and it's going to take from 25 to 27 for you to make those mistakes and then be like, oh, damn, I can't make these mistakes. So for me, I'm not coming for Saucy Santana. He was young, he was dumb, and also the climate was just so different then. You know, we didn't have these songs like Brown Skin Girl, songs like that didn't exist. Beyonce had a big contribution, probably because of the backlash that Blue Ivy got. But Beyonce had made a big contribution in Black Girl Magic and Black Girl, the love of accepting Black hair and Black culture. Like, so I just think that we should just leave him alone. Like, and he acknowledges that he made stupid comments. He was young and he was dumb, whatever the case is. But I think I really wanted to point out in this video how he can't be canceled. And there are certain people in society that just cannot be canceled. Whatever you do, you can't cancel them. And those are, number one, like I said, people that own their audience, people that like literally they built their audience from the ground up and they own that audience. And I feel like even though he got signed, he doesn't own his music, and the label can decide to block him, he still owns his audience. So people aren't going to leave Saucy Santana over this, especially because he's championing a lot of causes that other people believe in, like pride, being gay, and, you know, being himself. People believe in that, right? And I feel like the people that already support him, not too many of them are even mainstream or want to adopt mainstream ideologies. So they're kind of like outliers anyway. So they're going to be like, well, whatever. Like one thing that's interesting to me is that the Beehive, and I'm not coming for them, don't come for me. Though if you do come for me, you'll give me some attention. So hey, maybe I'll get some clout off of you. But I feel like the Beehive think they're more important than they are. I respect Beyonce. Look, I love Beyonce and all of that, and I love that she has a like super loyal fan base. But I feel like the Beehive think that they own the internet, and no, you don't. I feel like cancel culture makes people feel like they have the power to cancel someone and end someone's career, and they don't. Especially when that person owns their audience, like him. I mean, you look at people like Kanye West. He can say anything under the sun, and he's still gonna sell out, with his music. You look at people as disgusting as like Fresh and Fit, and they make these disgusting comments about black women, and they make all these disgusting comments, but nobody's gonna cancel them. So yes, Saucy Santana was wrong for what he said. He acknowledged it. He was 20, like his frontal lobe wasn't developed, but he's not gonna be canceled over this. He's not gonna be canceled. So drop it. And I think that people on the internet, I feel like we need to evolve from cancel culture into accountability culture, because like cancel culture, like the idea that you want somebody to never work again and never be able to feed themselves, like that is like kind of sick. It's actually really twisted. And I think a lot of these people that are pushing these narratives on the internet, they're probably super young and don't understand, again, the repercussions of their actions. They don't understand. I don't think their frontal lobe has developed. For you to want to cancel someone so they can't feed themselves or feed their families, it's kind of excessive. So I think, look, power to Saucy Santana. You do you, boo. Do you, boo. And you good. And I think about it, like, even Amber Heard is that's another conversation. I need to talk about Amber Heard on another video. Like the fact that she is being given another opportunity to shine. They did a whole interview with her to hear from her side, so that the public doesn't villainize her. And it's interesting to me how they always give a white person that opportunity, but it's always us black people that come for ourselves, like trying to bring Saucy Santana down for no reason. Leave him, keep his name out your mouth, leave him alone. And his fans do not care about what he said 8 years ago. Nobody cares. It's a long time ago. So leave him alone. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above. You're watching Brand Video Pro, and I'm your host, Ken Mo. Guys, Cash App me. Support my content. Cash App me. The link is at the bottom left corner. And I have some new stuff coming out, so I'm going to be announcing that tomorrow or in a few days. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. All right. A peace.